We are here at the BIC in Greater Noida to experience the all-new Skoda Octavia VRS. You see standing right behind me right now. And to talk to me more about the company's plans, I am joined right now by Mr. Ashish Gupta,
Hi,
who
Mayank.
is the brand director for Skoda in India.
Thank you.
Ashish, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, many congratulations. I think 2025 is going as a great year for Skoda right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've just announced your October numbers. Terrific performance, driven by the Kailak
Yeah.
particularly. So your thoughts, how do you see the
No, I think
company going?
it's as you said, it's been a historic year for us. Our biggest year ever in Indian market. By the way, it's the 25th year that Skoda is in India, so a landmark year and a landmark performance in a landmark year for us. We've already done more than 62,000 cars, almost 62,000 cars in the first 10 months.
Right.
More than what we have ever done in a full year as well. And as you said, October was very big for us, crossed 8,000 numbers for the first time with the Skoda brand. So there's a lot of momentum, a lot of positive things happening around the brand. And, I can only be grateful to the customers who have loved our cars.
Right. So how do you plan to sustain this momentum going forward? If you could talk to me about, the sales strategy, the channel expansion strategy which you have in
Sure. No, I think, first of all, the product is pretty new, yeah, and it's a very powerful product in that segment.
Right.
Just for context, the Kailak comes with a turbo engine across the entire range. You have the real automatic available on the Kailak, which is the torque converter, at very attractive price points. The price range of the Kailak starts from 7.54, the cheapest turbo engine,
Right.
sub 4 meter SUV available in the market. So there are a lot of good things in terms of the product content itself, product strength itself, the brand strength itself, and the price points that we have introduced it as. Now, to sustain that momentum, naturally you will have to start looking at what are the other opportunities within the lineup in terms of price points, in terms of feature build up. So that is what we will be working on to sustain the momentum. The next part, as you said, is about the channel expansion. Last year we ended December 24 with 240 touch points. Today we are already at around 318 touch points. We are present today in 180 cities. And our plan is to go to around 200 cities by the end of this year. So definitely getting closer to the customer, getting more relevant as a brand with new price points, new products, new territories that we are exploring. So that's the way to do it. It's a 360-degree plan that we have to execute. There is no one single thing which can keep the momentum.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see the GST impetus which has come in from the government? Do you see that having a positive impact on the sub 4 meter category particularly?
Yeah, definitely. I think, if you look at before the GST changes, the automobile industry and the economy as such was under a little bit of pressure. We had seen sales more or less flattening out for the industry from, June onwards. It was more of a flattish kind of a trajectory that the industry was going at. So these GST changes, I think, came at the right moment. October, naturally is high because of festive season.
True.
And because of the GST changes. It is one of the best Octobers or the highest ever Indian market has ever done.
Right.
I do believe that these GST changes are not only, momentary. They are structural changes in the way our economy operates and the way the automobile industry will operate.
Right.
The segmentation, what kind of segments will sell more. All of that will change over a period of time. It's been just 1 month, so we are all happy. We have to wait for the next 2-3 months for clear trends to emerge for us to have a definite answer on how much effect the GSTs are having on this.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned about identifying these new segments within your portfolio.
Yeah.
So if I talk about the Octavia here, very revered brand,
Yeah.
an iconic nameplate, and very beloved nameplate at that. So
Yeah.
what role do you see this car playing in your overall portfolio?
I think the bringing back the Octavia RS, I think more was to do more with the moment. The 25 years of Skoda in India. As you said, the Octavia has defined the Skoda brand in India, and one way of celebrating that 25 years was to get the icon back. So that was the whole thought process behind getting the Octavia back. But more than that, it's a larger brand narrative because the Octavia RS is the pinnacle of Skoda engineering. But having said that, the same engineering DNA flows into all other cars, whether it's the Slavia, the Kushaq, the Kodiaq, the Kailak. So I think, this kind demonstrating the strength of the brand as European engineered brand,
Right.
and with the kind of, driving dynamics and features that are there in this car, it also, has a positive rub off effect on
Right.
all other
Right.
products.
Right. So after the compact SUV segment, the biggest traction we are seeing right now in the market is the mid-size SUV.
Yeah.
So you have the Kushaq there. So but it hasn't really done that well as the company would have anticipated.
Yeah.
I'm sure a facelift is on the cards, it's on the anvil right now.
Yeah.
But if you could just divulge some plans there.
No, I think
that segment.
you rightly said it's time that we should refresh the Kushaq. That is what we are working on, and not only the Kushaq, we are working also on the refresh of the Slavia. So I'll share some concrete timelines with you in due course, but that is definitely on the cards next year.
Right, right. And if I may talk about, some digital interventions
Yeah.
that the company is making, because the younger buyer right now, the Kailak customer per se, it's more in that 30-year age category. So any digital interventions as well that you're taking to?
No, I think as a brand, we are fully we are fully enabled the digital journey. Today, you can go to our website, book a test drive online. You can even make a booking online. So everything is possible online. But what I've also observed is that the car buying is still a very emotional purchase. Whether it doesn't matter what age group you are in. You would still like to touch and feel, interact with people when buying a car, even if you are the best automobile engineer and better than the salesman.
True.
But still, you would like to have that human interaction while buying a car because it's a more of an emotional purchase. Yeah,
Right.
it needs a lot of emotional involvement. So any strategy going forward has to be a combination of enabling digital transactions, but making it seamless between online and offline.
Right.
Yeah.
And any measures that you're taking on the after sales front, because that also is one area.
Yeah,
which
that has
Skoda
been
used to be
that has
lacking
been an
earlier.
objection, and rightfully so, from customers because of the portfolio that we had in the past. Mostly bigger cars, with a lot of imported content, so it made the parts availability and parts prices and maintenance costs a little bit expensive.
Right.
But I think that has all changed with the introduction of the India 2.0 cars. When we introduced the Kushaq Slavia,
Right.
they came into the country with a high degree of localization, and localization typically means lesser lead times, much lesser costs, and much lesser prices for customers. The Kailak has continued that legacy. Today, the Kailak, you can maintain at around 6,000 to 7,000 rupees a year because our service is only at 15,000 kilometers.
Right.
Yeah, you have parts availability, your child parts available, so your repair costs have gone down. Our warranties range from 3 to 5 years. We have 3 to 5 years of roadside assistance free on all our cars. Our maintenance packages, 1 year super care package is inbuilt into our car as
Right.
free. So a lot of things have been done, as I said, to take care of this objection that customers had, and we can see already the perception about Skoda's service and the high cost of maintenance has changed dramatically.
Right. Lastly, Ashish, your thoughts around Skoda's plans. You showcased the superb diesel at the Auto Expo
Yeah.
earlier this year. Your plans around diesel and electrification going forward.
No, I think, at any point of time, we do keep on considering various powertrains that we can bring into India. But at the end of the day, it has to be an economic decision, not only for us, but it has to make economic sense for customers also, to buy those cars. So at different points, you do keep on evaluating various options. As far as EVs is concerned, again, our EV credentials are there for everybody to see. We do have a large EV portfolio available globally. The Elrock, which was launched this year, is the highest selling EV in Europe so far. So at any point of time, if we want, we can get EVs as FBUs from our global portfolio into India. But again, come back to the point of economic. Yeah, in the current taxation structure, in the current uncertainties surrounding everything, it is not a very attractive proposition to be launching cars from our global portfolio as EVs at those price ranges. We have seen brands who have tried that in the last 4 or 5 years. It has not worked so well. So what we would like to focus on is the long-term plan. EVs is the future, no question about it. And if we have to stay relevant and we want to stay relevant in the Indian market, we have to go in for EVs, but more of local EVs.
Right. And you're headed for a strong financial year by end of March next year?
Yeah, we measure our performance mostly by calendar year. So it's been a strong calendar year for us. November and December, hoping that this momentum continues and set some new milestones.
Ashish, wish you all the best. Thank
Thank
you
you so much. Thank you.